The rain tapped lightly against the window as Kelly arranged the dessert plates for her book club. She hummed while setting out lemon tarts, the same way she did every other month, but tonight felt different. The air in her spacious kitchen seemed dense, pressing down on her shoulders. She pressed her hands onto the countertop, steadying herself, and smiled at the group of women chatting and sipping wine in her living room. They were her closest friends. Donna, with her laugh like tinkling bells. Sophie, always narrating neighborhood gossip. Alexis, who brought homemade bread every time. But tonight, Kelly noticed small things, a glance that lingered too long, a whisper just out of earshot, a faint note of unease. Hadn't Donna hesitated at her invitation? Had she seen a flicker of suspicion in Alexis's gaze? It all came back to last week's incident, the strange phone calls, the chilling text. "I'm watching you." Kelly told them about the supposed stalker, her breath trembling. They comforted her, reinforced the locks, and promised to stay alert. But now, as she poured another round of wine, she could feel their doubt. Maybe they thought she needed help. Maybe they'd call her husband, suggest therapy. That couldn't happen, not with what she'd done. When the first scream echoed through the house, it began so softly that no one believed it real. The lights flickered, shadows stretched jagged across the walls. The women clung together as the calls grew more frantic, their voices overlapping in panic. Kelly pressed her hand to her chest, rehearsing her expression in a nearby mirror. Frightened but not hysterical, she clutched a kitchen knife, not to defend, but to control, to claim. It happened quickly after that. The darkness seemed to pulse, a suffocating force pushing everyone into corners and leaving only Kelly in the center, calm amid the chaos. When the police found the aftermath, wine spilled across carpets like blood, the bodies strangely serene. They listened carefully to Kelly's story, the masked intruder, the harrowing chase, her desperate defense. The officers offered sympathy. After all, hadn't she warned them about the stalker? But in quiet moments, Kelly still saw the doubt flicker in their eyes. Sometimes, at night, she would sit alone in the silence of her pristine home, wondering if perhaps the stalker was real, and if he was, whether he'd helped her, or simply waited with her as she lost herself. And as she turned off the lights before bed, Kelly would stare into the mirror and whisper assurances to herself, until, every so often, she'd catch a movement behind her reflection, a shifting of shadow that didn't belong to her. Then she'd lie awake, heart pounding, listening for footsteps she swore were just in her mind. But some nights, the footsteps didn't stop.